Hello and welcome to another SMZ3 2025 tournament race. This time between Vinter and Sloaters. The rules are normal logic and 774 with link to the past booth to start with. And Sloaters will do the Morphed Gamble. Yes, I saw a pendant at Eastern and a token at Hera. Lake Hylia Island is managed to dodge all the critters, so his free tree pool is still tier 3. Our racers are synced. We're going straight for the Sahashala check since the objective food starts. E-tank at, and we have Fingers, Screw attack, and Screw attack will will significantly reduce the risk in Super Metroid, as you can by jumping through them. Tier 3 pull was pennies and snack had it. Nothing on Lumberjack Ledge. That's one of the 3 reasons a seed can be an Egg seed is Lumberjack Ledge. We still have the possibility that the first and only access to Dark Pool is Raga. Or if the hammer is locked at Pyramid Fairy, then it's logically Egg seed as well. God has the separate piece. Pledge. Nothing of note. Floaters will get the free bomb, I think. Nope. The rock pile there next to the fortune teller always drops 1 bomb when you launch it. Floaters gets a free bomb at the 50-50 bush next to the bombable hut. There is a Link Samus for Metroid 3, but neither of our racers is using it. Vinter does get the free bomb. Granny's retirement funds were a pack of missiles. Lion's hideout now. 3 bombs, a sword. E-tank. Hard piece. Another super pack. That makes 2 in Sphere 1. There's always at least 1 super pack in Sphere 1. As well as always 1 pack of power bombs, at least, in Sphere 1. Fortunately, that 1 pack could be on Morph Pedestal. 3 bombs at the bottle merchant. Floaters gets his sword. Oh, my apologies. Her sword. $20 at the pub. Vinter will move on to the library. Just missiles. Vinter will scout maze race. Oh, I did not even see what it was. That's an E-tank. Okay. PB pack at Link's house. $20. There's high-fiving. Ice beam. Is the sunken treasure. Any Morlorm should be fairly trivial thanks to the sword. But you still might want to use bombs to make it a little faster. Okay, the desert ledge is nothing. Ooh, green boomerang. 3 bombs. Well, green boomerang is quite a find. Having a sword here makes the crabs a lot less dangerous. You can just dash through them. Morph Ball at Ice Rod Cave. So Morph Ball, Speed Booster, and Screw Attack. That's a lot of toys. I think Vinter set up the water walk. Yes. Time to see what Waterfall Cave has. $100 and another PB pack. Okay, so with Speed Booster and 10 power bombs, Bryn Loop should be pretty comfortable. Looks like Vinter will scout what's on Zora's ledge. Nothing, just a shield. And he's not gonna check Hobo, just saves and quits and heads to Super Metroid. See what Slaughters will do. Kirby, a very buff Kirby. Slaughters will not be water walking. And will reset to Super Metroid. Okay, so she won't have the screw attack. At least not for a little bit. Shouldn't be a big deal. it's such a well, now it's not really a progression, because when you don't have morph ball, it can be progression to find stuff by breaking blocks, such as the blocks below. Old Mama Rain, well, with speed booster and morph ball. Okay, so wave beam in gauntlet. Hard piece at landing site PBs. Oh, and floaters will not have... Okay, so floaters doesn't have the second pack of power bombs either. So this should make it more annoying to Bryn loop. That's Quake at the back of Gauntlet. Floaters will scout bomb Torizo, and there's a flute at Terminator. And Cane of Samaria at bomb Torizo. Yep, that's a good reason to fight it. Floaters does the usual 2 missiles followed by a super kill on bomb Torizo. It's faster than 2 supers because of the animation of the statue losing its head. Floaters will do Alcatraz escape. Well done, first try. As Vinter will check Brinstar reserves. 5 items here, and it's in logic thanks to Speed Booster. Nothing interesting so far. Hard piece. So, nothing terribly interesting. Floaters gets her flute. And scouts the Quake medallion at the back of Gauntlet. Nothing interesting so far in Itakun Pit. There's still one remaining item on the way back up. Misses the Metamorph to squeeze into the tunnel. And we get an E-Tang out of it. Okay, so nothing terribly interesting in Edikun Pit either. Winter gets the Mog Ball out first try. You need the Mog Ball here, otherwise you'll Fat Ball into the hole. Fall back into the hole and lose time. Well, it's not neat, I mean... It saves time. It's a little trick. Vinter avoids falling into the Dakora pit. Floater sees the missiles and not interested. 3 bombs in front of Mission Impossible. Vinter will have an easier time with Slaughters in rooms such as this because, well, screw attack. Slaughters follows Vinter into Edikun Pit, but you notice nothing terribly interesting here. There's the lamp, just waiting over there, completely free. Missile pack at charge beam. Now, if anyone's wondering, yes, Waterway is in normal logic with no gravity suit, because you can charge up there. It's not completely free if you're new to the game, but it's doable enough that normal logic expects it of you. Winter having a little bit of difficulty getting the horizontal spark. There we go. And that's a glove. That is something you need. Flutters has joined Vinter in Pingbrin. Vinter will have an easier time in the Wavegate room because he has Wave Beam that he got from Gauntlet. It's Spore Skip first try. Postpo is only hiding missiles. Our racers will be high-fiving again. Sloater, with no Wave Beam, had to do the reverse gate glitch, but got it really quickly in first try. And it's nothing interesting, just 20 bucks. Yes, Floaters plays SM a lot. She gets her lamp. First bottle at Green Hill Zone. Vinter enters Blue Brand from the back. Loves to use a power bomb here, but that's one. Still need one for. Thanks to Screw Attack, Vinter will only need one PB to open and get out of Billy Maze, and Screw Attack will let him get the Old Mother Brain item without needing a bomb, because that Screw Attack can break the blocks. Screw Attack was in Sahasrahla and Solars did not go there. Also, Vinter has one more PB pack because he water walked to Waterfall Cave, and there it was. Waters got her glove and is her way out of Pingbrin. We'll probably go down Green Hill Zone because not enough PBs. 300 bucks and morph bombs at Billy Maze. That's really handy. Now the PB count doesn't really matter unless Varia is in a trolley location and one of our racers decides to hell run Ridley. Like Floaters is farming the 3 green tubes here to get some PBs back, but the odds are not very good. Vinter does not have enough PBs to get climb supers, but it's easy enough to refill at the ship, go back down and grab it, and if it's nothing, you just reset back to the ship. Nothing at Old Mother Brain. And Sloaters goes down Green Hill Zone. Vinter sparks up. The escape tube. As Sloaters crosses the new bridge. So called because that's where noobs first discovered there is a dash button in Super Metroid.
Kirby, please.
Morph Bombs lets Vinter grab 230 missiles. And it's one of the 2 pennies in the pool. There are 2 pennies in SMZ3. Oh, and Sloaters does the D boost to X-ray. Oh, unfortunately messed it up by K going through the last D boost needed to make it to the platform with the door. Vinter gets his red cane and starts the fight with Bomb Teriso. As Sloater climbs up Red Tower. And gets it really quickly. Can see that Sloaters is used to running Super Metroid. Now going to Alpha PBs. And it's PBs. Missiles in the back are more PBs. No, not all Sphere 1 checks were made. We still don't know what's inside Eastern. I expect Vinter will go back down, escape, and get climb supers now. Or maybe, because there's not really any reasons to go back there later. Suppose you first check landing site PBs. Did not see what was at beta PBs. Also, there's might be going to Blue Brain eventually, now or maybe later, because of all the checks she had to skip for lack of power bombs. It's like Vinter going to be refilling again. Saving. No, not saving. Okay. Nope, not going to climb supers.
Jeez.
Vinter sets up the short charge to wreck ship. Nothing at the moat. Not scout the item in the middle between the top of wrecked ship and the bottom. We'll check bottom of the ocean first before heading into wrecked ship, I suppose. More supers. Always good. E-tank at Spooky Hallway. That's right, escape was not checked. Was Uncle even checked? I'm not sure. And Eastern was not checked. Only Vinter did Hashrilla and Waterfall Cave. There it is. the speedball, which is the fastest way to get into Phantom's room. Phantom's room if you get it first try. Very good Doppler by sloaters. Vinter gets 2 or 3 missiles in his Doppler. Gets a faster eye open. Gets 2 or 3 more. And sloaters gets the 2-rounder kill. Very well done. Dopplers followed by a super to finish Phantom off. And Vinter will enter phase 4. Phase 5 cycles. Super should do it. There we go. 5 cycle, but got 2 more fast patterns, so did not lose a lot of time. Could have been unluckier, but wasn't. So number 3 on Phantom. And the mirror is on right side supers. Another high 5. Side supers are nothing. Sloaters opts to grab the 20 bucks. Vinter gets his mirror. Will slaughter save? Yes. This will likely be a safe scum of the back of wrecked ship.
Oh my god!
The back of wrecked ship is in logic without gravity suit because if you run from outside the room with speed booster, you'll have enough momentum to jump out of the water. You can spark just like slaughter did, or you could just wall jump. You'll have enough height to clear the water and be able to wall jump your way up the ledge. So it's expected of you in normal logic to be able to do this. It's not really a trick, it's just you just have to know you have to dash from the outside of the room. So there's waits for the water to drop a little bit, sees it's just money, and resets back to the save room. Vinter also saved. Waits for the water to drop a bit, sees it's just money, and also resets. Sloaters clears the attic and pre-opens the door. Vinter will have a slightly easier time thanks to screw attack. And all that for a pack of 3 bombs. Sloaters clips through the robots, did not get the speedball. This time. Vinter declines grabbing the 3 bombs. The Sloater scouts what's at. It's the cave. This could be required for a few checks. The most prominent of which would be Bumper Cave Ledge. Can also be required to go through Aga if you don't have anything better than a fighter sword. Could also be required for Spike Cave and Laser Bridge, logically. Third grabs the supers. So it clears the room with a power bomb. Sets up the short charge. And sparks across Bowling Alley. It's the fastest way to do it, and you also lose the least amount of health compared to deboosting across the spikes. Looks like Vinter will be deboosting. Q, and should be able to clear the spikes. Yeah. Or gets the cape. A5, and what's that gravity suit? Nothing. Okay. So not a whole lot in wrecked ship, but that cave could be required. Or gets across the moat quickly and efficiently. Returns to the ship to refill, I assume, and then check Old Bryn. Opts not to save. Ah, now we'll do Gauntlet. So Slaughters will get her Wave Beam and Quake Medallion. As Vinter goes down Red Tower. Wave Beam. We're just retreading whole ground. Jay will get his 2 extra packs of power bombs. Oof. Oh well, Slaughter's probably Slaughter scouted the back of Gauntlet, so probably opted not to try to get both items and just crumbled her way on the right side to be a little faster. Slaughter's going down Parlor now. The only item we haven't seen yet in Old Bryn and Criteria was Climb Supers. But no, Slurs goes to Link to the Past. Going to activate the flute. But check back of escape first. That's right, mountain is in logic thanks to the gloves and the lamp. Would also be reached via the upper North Air portal. Okay, we have the key. So there's something at Dark Cross because we have the map from Sanctuary and the key. The front of escape and Dark Cross are 4 checks total, and we know they're all items. Phaser beam is grapple beam. Okay, so that puts X-ray in logic. Looks like Vinter will backtrack to check X-ray. Does have the ice beam, so climbing up red tar from the bottom is in logic. Otherwise would have had to do a very difficult short charge. The kid has a super pack. Floaters activates the flute. Floaters heads to the mountain and helps to rescue the old man first. Oh, another sword at X-ray. Okay, so Aga's in logic. Although we don't have Moon Pearl yet, so the only item we can logically grab out of the Dark World so far would be what's on Pyramid Ledge. And this also eliminates one of the checks that could have had Cape required. Still a few more left. Old man has missiles. Oof. Okay. Soldiers is fine. Past the boulders now. She will likely go to raid. Supers on Spectacle Rock. Probably grab those. And a reserve tank in Spectacle Rock Cave. We'll get our first glimpse at the Dark World, assuming Solars does a map check. And no map check. Here enters Cray's warehouse. Solars heads into Hera, which is fully completable, and also is a token. Okay, death warping. Back up top, also to refill some hearts. I have 3 now, I think. Yeah, better than 1. Okay, so you're logically required to go to the basement to get the big key out of the big key chest and then climb. Vinter sets up the quick crate kill. And gets it. Oh. Fortunately for Slaughters, got stuck on the wrong spot on the pegs and had to mirror. Get unstuck. Grade is down. And you want to be jumping through the door. Manipulate the key hunters here. Shoulders has to be very careful. One hit is death. Super is in the ceiling of Crave's warehouse. It's a big key acquired. Vinter is checking the high jump boots area. The tank spot is a missile pack. There's a narrow extension up there. The high jump boots checks itself is half magic. Vinter will grab that. I don't think it's ever logically required, but it's a very nice quality of life. And it's just took a few seconds to grab it, so why not? It has to be careful here. Oof. Oh, good. That's a heart. And back to 3 hearts. E-tank in the compass chest. Vinter is saving, likely because he intends to sequence break the heated rooms. The last item was a missile pack in Hera, so Troll Arm has the map. Nothing interesting, but was still required. We're just waiting for the waivers to get in position so we can freeze one and use it as a platform. Get into Warfare Reserve. Okay, that's higher. It should be high enough. There we go. While Slaughters fights Alarm, and that's a kill. Nothing interesting so far in the Warfare Reserve. Okay, that's a convenient E-tank, and the other item was the single arrow, which is a unique item, just not a useful one. Because we have a tokens at Mire, Pod, and Turtle Rock. Green pendant at Swamp, and Thieves Town is a pendant. With Skull Woods and Ice Palace being regular crystals. Yes, those are boss kill tokens. They used to be for a long time in Super and SMZ3. Super Metroid bosses were always themselves, if you will. But now they can have a crystal or a pendant, and Link to the Past dungeons can have boss credits as a drop. reduce damaging down to Crystal Flash. Sloaters gets half magic. Yes, Super Metroid bosses can have pendants and crystals as rewards. And Link to the Past bosses can have Super Metroid tokens as rewards. So that makes it possible to have optional bosses in Super Metroid if they have a pendant and pet is not required. Okay, so Wave Beam had nothing. Slaughters is checking Crumbling Tower. PB's not interested. And Vinter completely reset his way out of Bubble Mountain, having found nothing interesting. There's going to be rescuing the old man. And we're kind of running out of checks. There's still Front of Escape. And we know it's 3 items. Because the key and maps have been found already. There's Eastern itself. Vinter checks Hashrala, but did not go in Eastern. This could be an Agaseed. With some progression being on Pyramid Ledge. There is also sequence breaking Bubble Mountain. Will likely be just as disappointed as Intervod was. Sure, we'll scout. That's the knee tank, reserve tank rather. Orders will grab that E-tank. We'll have to see if she chooses to reset her way out of Bubble Mountain as Vinter did. Grabs the full heart. This is just 20 bucks. Doesn't have the PBs to Crystal Flash though. I'd have to farm. Soldiers has not done Old Bryn, and Vinter has not done Climb Super. We don't know what's at Climb Supers. Could be progression there. So if Slaughter has farm enough health to check Wave Beam. $20, and we already know it's nothing. Might be just resetting as well. Nope. We'll return. So Soldiers will be keeping that E-tank and hard container. Adventure opted to not retain. Now, will Slaughters check Croc? Could be worth it. Very easy. Don't even need to gate glitch thanks to Wave Beam. And there's a really handy energy refill on your weight. No, not going to Croc. So should have a slightly easier time against Trolldorm. Because he can just spin to do temper damage too. He's letting go of spin too early though. Okay, one more hit should do it. That's a dead Moldorm. So there's just checking old man, uncle, rather. Tier 2 is pennies. The heart piece. So we're not down to Aga yet. There's still a few checks remaining. So there's will go down in front of escape, because we know for a fact that there are 3 items there. So the key should tell Vinter there's something at Dark Cross because he already has the map. Vinter resetting. Then quitting rather. To Sanctuary, and now we'll activate his flute. His loader has already done that. After activating the flute. Is there anything in Zelda's cell? We will soon learn. Nope, just supers. So what we have left is Eastern. Everything is in logic except Armos Knights there. And there's climb supers we have not seen. Zora is in logic. That's true, thanks to the gloves. We know the ledge is nothing. Oh, we haven't seen Hobo either. But Hobo's not in logic. Loaders has a lot of E-tanks. This could be a, well, I mean, not logically, but it could be a Hell Run Ridley seed. There will also check Uncle, Secret Passage, and we already... Sloater has not done Bluebrain yet, that we know. We'll find morph bombs there and not much else. That's morph bombs for sloaters and $300. Vinter has left and logic is Zora, Climb Supers, and Eastern. We have not seen a Hobo either. Sloaters will get to Climb Supers first. And Vinter opts to go to Eastern first. Makes sense, it's potentially 3 items, and you're probably not coming back because it's dependent. So both front racers are in new territory. Let's get Giant Spark. What do we have? Nothing, just missiles. And a full heart. Lane Eastern, that's the first item. Big key. And what I think is the map chest. Oh, Sloaters is setting up water walk. Not water walk, Faith Clippers. Grapple was at Spazer. Hobo is a new check. It's not in logic, but no one has done it yet. That's true, so it has not done trade. Get big chest now. 2 new items coming up. Another full heart. And Hobo has a little bit of love. So Sloater's likely continuing to Waterfall Cave and Zora. Vinter has gotten 2 of the 3 items out of Eastern so far. And we are really running out of locations for progression. All we have left is potentially the item that can be in the big key chest of Eastern and whatever Zora might have. That's the shovel. Okay, so all 3 items are out of Easterns. So unless this is a Ped C, we're never Vinter's never coming back to Eastern. Oh, Sloaters does have access to thanks to the cape. Doesn't need the Master Sword. So 2 new checks. Zora has nothing. Hook shot at Dig. Wow. That's a trolley thing. Okay, so now we can check Paradox Cave. And Spiral Cave. So that's 8 more checks. Slightly where progression is. Could still be just Moon Pearl there, and that would give us Dark World access via Aga and Western Dark World access via the gloves and the hookshot. Still need Moon Pearl and another glove or a hammer for standard Dark World access. Gravity Suit and Silver. Okay, Gravity Suit opens up all of Meridia. Yeah, all of Meridia is in logic now. Thanks to Speed Booster, Grapple Beam for Jack Tool, and Screw Attack for Plasma Room. Could still be an Agaseed if Moon Pearl is on Lumberjack Ledge. Not Lumberjack Ledge. Pyramid Ledge. Because while we have the Dark Portal in Meridia, to the portal in Meridia to Dark Lake Hylia, we still don't have the Moon Pearl. And nothing in Spiral Cave, so Vinter will likely go to Meridia next. We still haven't seen Croc, even though he's not in logic. He's easily accessible thanks to Speed Booster and or Wave Beam. Slaughter still hasn't done Crane. Vinter has not done Climb Supers yet. And Slaughter has not done X-Ray either. So no Master Sword for her. Will Vinter do the short charge? No. He opts to Klein go. Oh no, wait, he's gonna do. Okay, so you can do the Shy Spark from this sledge here. It's just a 1-tap. It's easier than the 3-tap at the bottom. And as you fall, if you hug the platform there, you're in perfect position to do the Shine Spark. And we get a Tempered Sword. And a Moon Pearl, wow. Meridia is loaded so far. Okay, so we have Dark World access via the Meridia portal. It's not in logic because no flippers, but it's pretty easy to just you know, take flipper. But logically, this could be Aga required just because of that. Book in the wall of the Mama Turtle room. A lot of major items in Meridia so far. Slaughter is about to get the hook shot. Moon Pearl for Vinter. Yeah, you can sequence break, like fake flippering, and using the Meridia portal, but yes, logically it's still a Mega C so far. Didn't see what was at the beach. Okay, Floater gets the gravity suit and the silver arrows. And Plasma Beam at Watering Hole. That was Bombos at Aqueduct. Vinter is saving again, likely to save scum the sand pits. Nothing in the sand pits. Vinter makes short work of Botwoon. See what that item was. Was it hammer or something else? full heart at Precious Room. So there's will be trying to deboost to the X-ray item. I thought the grapple beam was at Spazer. Did Sloaters skip Spazer? That's the Pong setup for X-ray deboosts. Gets the last deboost. There we go. Well done. Nothing behind Dragon. Vinter opts not to check Plasma Room and goes to the Dark World. Probably knows about the fake Clipper setup here. Not in logic, but it's fairly easy to do. And if it saves you a trip through Aghanim, then you do it. Now you can just... Oh, yeah, it's gonna take the Whirlpool. You can do that too, it's easier. And with gloves, you're not trapped back there. And it puts you really close to Catfish too. So that's good routing. Not going to Catfish though. Nothing at Bumper Cave Ledge? Sloaters grabs her Moon Pearl as Vinter enters the village of outcasts. Key house is very astute. There we go. Well, it's sequin broken, but you know, it's a nice find. So unless there's like a hammer or a glove in either plasma room or jack tool, then this was a logical seed. And there's a fire rod in Thieves Town. Vinter opts not to do the rest of Thieves Town. Well, it is a pendant. And you're just satisfied with the first 4 chests. He did find them Pyrods, so that's a good find. And that could be all there is in Thieves Town. Vinter could do a pet check on his way out of the back of Skullwoods. Could inform his decision to return or not to Thieves Town. Very fast kill of Bot Wound. As Vinter enters Mothula's room. And Slaughter gets the Heffy. Well done. And that was a pretty fast Mothula kill. Well done, too. Very fast reversal of a very bad room in Meridia. Meridia has a lot of bad rooms. Slaughter's opts to grab the full heart Vinter skipped. And Vinter will not be checking pet. At least not yet. Entering the front of Skullwoods to... Oh, that giant spark was a little too low. Sloater gets... Oh! Ran out of the energy to finish off. Dragon will have to do an ammo kill now. Gonna be a problem with the amount of supers and missiles Floater has. There we go. That's Dragon down. Vinter checks the brewery and finds nothing. Time for dig game. Well, 29 digs for the blue boomerang. Interesting to see if Sloaters checks either Plasma Room and or Shack Tool. Both are in logic. Looks like that won't be the case. Vinter gets some supers out of K45. Floaters opts to grab the PBs behind bot wound. Vinter heads to Thumpy. Gets nothing. Next check will most likely be Hype Cave. Chooses to grab the 300 bucks in the right sandpit. More PBs for Vinter. 50 bucks. That's the myths in the Hype Cave. And the bow, apparently. Okay, so not missing a lot of things now. You only need the hammer, logically the flippers, and potentially ether. And ice rod, that's right. Jack tool was not checked, neither was Plasma Room. And both are in logic. Vinter opts to go to Meyer will likely... Well, you mean you have to scout Meyer to know if you need ether or not. That was ether, I think. Nothing in Meyer's shed. Checkerboard now. Where is Slaughters going? Checking pad. Nothing at checkerboard. Oh, Slaughters will discover you need the hammer. Take this portal. Whoops. Vinter heads to Lower North here. refills at the witch's assistant, buys a purple potion. Vinter climbs up, screw attack shaft. Did not check. Oh, and it has space jump. Okay, I didn't notice that either. Wow. Need flippers too, logically. Butters chooses to follow logic and heads to Aga. Fire Rock was in Thieves Town. Vinter heads to Ridley. That will be the second red crystal. I just realized that this could still be logically an Aga seed if Hammer is in Pyramid. Now there are ways to get Hammer out of Pyramid without having to kill Aga, but logically would make Aga required. And that's Gold Sword at PB's a shame. Okay, so we got Gold Sword, Silvers. Ganon will be a breeze. Yes, it's a very buff Kirby. Right. Vinter starts the Ridley fight. Could theoretically soft lock, but with the amount of ammo he has, it's very unlikely. Gets Ridley to half health. Forces a few supers. We'll probably have to use some missiles to finish him off. Like, oh, miscounted. Ridley's dead. Never mind. That's the other red crystal for Vinter. Supers behind Ridley. We're at 65 supers. That's a lot. And Slaughter has vanquished Aga 1. Gets the refill at the top of a pyramid. Now we'll see what Pyramid Ledge has. Just a missile pack. Where will Slaughter go? Will Slaughter check Catfish? Because Vinter skipped that. And he was as close to Catfish as he will ever be when he used the Whirlpool to warp all the way up there from the Dark Lake Hylia Meridia portal. And Yes, slaughters will check catfish. Nothing at catfish. Fireflies has the red mail. Red mail silver's gold sword. What's that? Hotterberry? Nothing. Will Vinter check Croc on his way out of Lower North Fair? He still has a few checks not done, namely Shack Tool, Plasma Room, and Climb Supers. Floaters has done Climb Supers, but not Vinter. Might have forgotten about it, or maybe not. Tankat, Graveyard Ledge. Not even taking a long way out. Okay. Well, no, not that much longer with Space Jump, but going down is faster. Unless he hasn't done Cathedral. Maybe that's why. Yeah, he hasn't done Cathedral. No, he has. Won't be checked. Check Ice Beam, I suppose, and Crumbling Tower might check Croc after that. So there's gets Varia. Bottle. Oh, he has one. So there's gets the Fire Rod. Floaters pre-equips the mirror, so likely does not intend to go deeper into Thief's Town. No, Sick Kid has been checked. It's nothing. Or a super pack, I forgot. Floaters has done Sick Kid. Vinter faces Croc. Or heads up to Woods. Nothing behind Croc so far. Please jump out of the big chest. Nothing at the PB pack. The only heated room behind Croc, which I've always found kind of weird. Checking Cosinus room now. We have nothing, just about catching that. Daughter's not remembering she has the cane. Missile packet grapple beam, and what will be at Indiana Jones? No, okay, so nothing at Croc. Vinter has left behind the Gold Chorizo, Climb Supers, Plasma Room, and Shack Tool. Has checked everything else. Looks like Soldiers will check pad. Has checked pad? No, I don't know. I was looking at Vinter. Pit seed. No, that's a potion. Potion. That's a bottle. Okay, not a pet seed. Don't have to finish Eastern. We got all the items out of it. Although this was a logical Aga seed, unless there's a hammer or flippers at Plasma Room or Shack Tool. Probably not the case, but you never know. Enter, we'll check. Ether tablet. Nothing. We'll likely do super. No? No checking super bunning or anything? Okay. Looks like we're going to Ice Palace. Kind of confused here. We're going back to Lower Norfair? Or okay, we're doing desert. No, Vinter did not do DDM, which is strange. We can't get in Mire because it's ether locked. See what was on the torch, but apparently was nothing interesting. small key. So the big key is on the right side. Okay, we got 2 items out of desert. Still have to finish it because it's a crystal. But the good news is go modding desert would have been just as fast as full clearing it. So no time was wasted full clearing it. We still have plasma room and shack tool for Super Metroid. We haven't seen what the 2 items at Gold Torizo either, so they could be there. Also, Sweaters has done catfish. We haven't seen what's in at Pyramid Fair either, but it's logically Agalog, which means Sloaters could do it, but she would need to defeat Ridley first. You can sequence break Pyramid Fairy. With the boots, it's pretty easy. It takes a while, but it's faster than going through Aga. Sloaters will dig 29 times for the boomerang. Vinter has defeated Mothula. People, even extremely good racers, will feel behind if they're getting trolled by a seed, even though their opponent is also getting trolled. It's natural feeling when you're racing. Okay, so Vinter decides to check DDM. Which is a good call, because it's 6 checks and it's fairly fast. Should have been after checking either, but you know. And we'll see if what locks Turtle Rock. Doesn't really matter because we know we need ether, and getting ether would give us all 3 medallions, but and we need the hammer. It'd be good if Turtle Rock is also ether locked. Oh, we haven't seen has Vinter done purple chest and the smith? I don't think that's been done. Okay. Turtle Rock is Bombos locked. Everything could be here, but probably not. Nope, just money so far. Power bombs and nothing. Okay, so it wasn't nothing in Hookshot Cave. Floater's about to get the bow and the mitts. Vinter looks like Vinter will do a Smith chain. Versus possibly headed to DDM. Yes. Wait, no. Could be Norfair too. Yeah, Floater's going to Norfair. Vinter grab the smith. It is nothing, $5. Purple chest is also just $5. Sloater sets up fake flippers. Decides to go to ice. It's interesting. I mean, if Hammer and Ether and Ice Rod are there, well played, but this could be a go-modable dungeon. Because if all you're missing are flippers, and you know that there's nothing in Ice Palace. It looks like Vinter will go to Catfish now, I think. Yeah, he's setting up the... Wow, very fast setup, first try. Didn't see what was in the chest, unfortunately. Yeah, Vinter's headed to Catfish. Oh, Spring Ball. Well, that's never progression in normal logic, but we have Space Jump anyway, so it's useless. Yeah, if Hammer isn't in the ice, then Sloaters will have to come back later to finish it. I'm pretty sure Slaughter has turned in the Zora quest, but probably not Vinter. $50. So we have 2 out of 3 items out of ice. Last one could be Hammer. That would be a pretty... And Slaughter nopes out of Ice Palace with 2 out of the 3 items. Hammer could be in the first chest of Swamp, that's true. It looks like Slaughter will finally go to Lower Norfair. Oh, so actually it hasn't done the Mire area. What will Vinter do next? Dip pod. You can potentially get all the items out of pod. All you really need, you really need the Hammer Forest to finish pod to defeat Humsor King. Looks like Vinter will check the Pyramid Ledge item first. Slaughters is going to do Desert. We'll probably chain that with Lower Norfair afterwards. It was a pretty quick Kiki. Can potentially get 4 or 5 items here in pod. Flippers in pod would give us the first chest, logically the first chest of swamp. With the spiky clip, you can do all the swamp. But once again, if the flippers are go mode, then there's nothing in swamp. First item is nothing. Just arrows. And a key. So we have 2 keys so far. In front. Yeah, there's a minimum of 4 keys in front, but all 6 small keys could be in front. But there's always at least 4. Charge beam. So we got 2 items in front. It means the remaining chests have to be keys. There'll be another key on the bridge. There are still 2 keys remaining. One could be at Harmless Hellway, so you would be spending the key to get a key back. There never are any small keys in the Dark Maze or in the big chest. So Turtle Room and the 2 basement chests can have... Okay, so that's key number 5. If the next 2 chests don't have a key, then Harmless Hellway has to have the last key. Big key. Okay, there's something at the Harmless Hellway that is not a key. Could be a map, or could be an item. And that's the wrong cane. Doesn't matter, we already have the cape and the correct cane. So how many items we have? We have 3 items. There's still 2 more. Hammer at whatchamacallit? Gold Teresa. Okay. So item number 5. 4 out of pod. Need 1 more. Nope. That's the. Okay, so the hammer being where it was is no. It was a logical Agaseed. But you could have was it? Yes. Space Jump was in the Dark World, so you were meant to get Space Jump and get 2 Gold Chorizo through the front. We also need Ether. Now, unfortunately, Turtle Rock is Bombo Slog, which means it's accessible now. You know, finding the hammer last would have meant that you would only need to do Dark Death Mountain 1 more time. Vinter will get his hammer, And with charge beam, this will be a very easy and fast kill. It's a safe spot when fighting ALTTP. You can wedge yourself in between his claw hitbox and his damage hitbox so you don't get hit and you just keep shooting at it. So we have our hammers. I think we left an item in pod. Not sure. And we only need ether. Logically, we also need the flippers. But with swamp being a pendant, fairly trivial to just make flipper and not care about the flipper. Hammer was in the back of a gold Teresa, which confirms this was an Agaseed. Unless the flippers are either at Plasma Room or Shack Tool. Being at GT means the hammer was logically space jump locked. And space jump was in Skullwoods. Vinter returns to pod to finish it. We still need ether and ice rod. Fortunately, Throw Rock is open. That was an extremely fast kill of Ridley by Sloaters. Well done. Logically speaking, in a 7-7 seed, 7-7-4 seed, the hammer can never be in GT because you need it for it's required logically at least for pod, swamp, turtle rock, and ice palace. Soldiers also grabs the red mail. Enter going to Ice Palace. We know there's Soldiers only got 2 out of the 3 items there, and they were nothing, but Ether could be here, Ice Rod could be here. That's assuming that flippers are not on Trinex or something. Yes, but if the last item you find are the flippers, then you could have go-moded ice, which is significantly faster than full clearing it. It also means there's nothing interesting in Swamp Palace, so you don't have to dive it at all. I think the go mode item I like the most is Flippers, because it guarantees you get to go mode Swamp and Ice, and they're significantly faster when you're go moding them than when you're full clearing them. But it's a gamble. I mean, Randos is a game of gambles. And Vinter could find Ice Rod here. Or Ether. We know there's only one potential progression item here. Sloaters was not able to check this chest. Just the key. Without the hammer. Sloaters is fighting at Krog, but we know there's nothing at Krog. That's the big key. Falling down the hole, we'll just flip through the blocks to check the big chest. Hopefully it's the best item. It is not. So it could be at Iced Tea, or it could be on Cold Stare. Okay, nothing in Ice Palace, but it's required, so... I'm curious if Sorters will check Plasma Room and or Shack Tool. Vinter has not. Gold Stare, not using the ancillary thingy to get free fire rod hits by using the sword beams. Gold Sword annihilates Gold Stare, so easy fight. Floaters will get the last check behind Croc. See, it's nothing, and then we'll have to make a decision. Do we go back for Plasma Room and Shack, or do we gamble that everything remaining is in Link to the Past? It's like Vinter is going to do Swamp. Can't do Misery Mire without Ether, unfortunately. That's one of the two items we're still looking for. Oh, it's Pyramid Fairy, yeah. Doesn't have the flippers, that's right. So this is a Pyramid Fairy check. Syrian Ice Rod could be there. Has not done Agas, we'll have to take the long way around. Sorters will check Ether Tablet. And there was nothing at Pyramid Fairy. So what do we have left? There's at least one item in Thieves Town. Can't do Mire. This is looking like a Troll Rock Dive, or Plasma Room, or Shack Tool. This looks like a TR dip indeed. Looks like Sorters has the same idea. Forgot about Spike Cave. Floater has not. It's like Vinter's taking a break. Nothing in Spike Cave. Floater's returning. 2 ice to finish it. The way that things are going, Flippers could be in TR and then you find Ice Rod and Ether in Swamp. Big key and chain jump room. Lava chest is the mushroom. Oh. Mimic Cave. Flippers? No, supers. Small shield. I think it's the second shield we find. Okay, time for laser bridge. Nothing. Still nothing. Vinter opts to open the safety door. In case he dies, he'll be brought back here and not at the big chest. That's the small key. Save the small key. Did he check the third chest? I didn't notice. Probably. He's fluting out. That means it's Shack Tool or Plasma Room. Or he thinks it's... Oh no, he's turning in the mushroom. Okay. Flippers. Alright, well. Ice Beam, Ice Rod, and Ether probably in Swamp. Is that the third or the last bottle? I lost count. Sloaters has to full clear pod and we'll find nothing, but it is a required dungeon. Looks like we're doing a specky clip. Nope. Get it. There we go. Gotta be kind of careful with only 2 hearts. But there are some hearts under the pots coming up. Not get one, okay. Not worried then. Got that one. And got a double thanks to the hook shot. That's Ether! Do we stay in for Ice Rod though? Looks like the answer is yes. Did not get... Nope. There we go. Diver down. Map. Compass. Oh, that is no fun. The big key. Like Vinter will continue on to Argus, because, well, he knows for a fact that Argus has an item. He found all the dungeon items. Then we'll go back in if it's not Ice Rod on Argus. So it could be an item in Thieves Town, or Ice Rod could be in Mire. Come on, Ice Rod. Nope. Oh yeah, it's a green pendant too, so he could be on Sahasrah. Got that. We had not seen the green pendant yet. Going back in to check the big chest and the left side. Sloaters has all 6 small keys. And the big chest. It's powder, oh boy. You had to do the intended strat for left side because he did not have an extra key. Okay, left side swamp. What do you got? That's not Ice Rod. And that is not Ice Rod either. Ice Rod could be on the green pendant. Or it could be in Mire. Or it could be a check tool or plasma room. Vinter has set up Spooky. Plasma Room 2. We haven't seen Plasma Room. Sloaters is done with pod. Now has to go to Turtle Rock to get the flippers, to get ether out of the swamp. A whole bunch of annoying stuff. I don't remember Vinter checking the third chest of a laser bridge. It would be very disappointing if that's where the ice rod is. But maybe I just didn't see him check it. Get a small key in the compass chest means the big key has to be in, well, in the big key chest. That's possible, yeah. Probably by item count that he knew. Sorters will check Pyramid Fairy, but we know it's nothing. We know the play is throw a rock into swamp to mire, maybe turning in the green pendant. Or it could be a plasma room. Or a check tool. Like, Vinter will check the left side chest. Right side chest, which is the map chest and the big chest. Oh, hasn't done the atrium chest either. Okay. And there's the ice rod. He has the big key, can go to Vidi now. Where and go. So required double dip of Turtle Rock. Hard required. Because nothing was in ice and we need to keep going in the swamp. Also, this was a logical Aga seed. Although Vinter skipped Aga by just doing the Dark World fake flipper setup. This also means all pendant dungeons were required, unless there was. I don't remember if there was anything in pendant Eastern, but pendant swamp and pendant Thieves Town were required. Yeah, so all pendant dungeons were required. You did not have to complete them, but you had to dive them all. And it's also a logical Aga seed. So kind of trolly. And skipping Plasma Room and Shack Tool ended up being the right call. Required dive every pendant dungeon. Required, logically required Agassiz and required double dip of Turtle Rock. Fortunately, Slaughters is very behind. So this is Vinter's race to lose. So I guess this is a return to Dark Death Mountain. Slaughters just checked. I could have entered Turtle Rock, but only checked Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny. First time Vinter was up there, he did not have the hammer, so he could not dive. Turtle Rock had to come back later. This is like his third climb of Dark Death Mountain. Already cleared Turtle Rock, so can take the short path. Oh. Sora's going to GT because that's right. What's remaining are 2 Super Metroid tokens. Though we know that progression cannot be in GT in a 774. Oh, here's the key on the middle door. And we find the last shield. Vinter will join Slaughters in GT, but Vinter is 2.5 dungeons ahead. X-ray. Nothing in random room. And the big key is in the compass chest. So everything's looking up for Vinter. Entered GT after Slaughters, but found the big key first. And it's also 2.5 dungeons ahead. Also has a full. It won't have X-ray as a safety for stand-up, but it's hardly required to do stand-up. Only thing of use that Slaughters could find is the high jump boots. Enters Gauntlet. Right. Vinter is headed to Landmo 2, while Slaughter waits for the towel room to finish. Only thing that could be there are high jump boots or the last bottle. We are the major having been found, except Spazer. Could be Spazer too. Ooh. That's unfortunate. Soldiers has to relight the torches. Oh, that's right. Red Boomerang was never found either. Bring a bit of trouble with the ice mini Helmosaur room, but Cape just solves that problem. I get 2 now. Oh, set up for a triple and got the triple. Unfortunately, that's a 3-1. Be a 3-1-1-1 then. Yep. Soldiers has the big key. And we'll be climbing as well. again in time. Phase 3. And not a whole lot of teleports. Double. And another double. Single G for Vinter. Oof, getting trolled by the fire bar. First Metroid room. Third Metroid room. Got latched on. Use a regular bomb to get the Metroids off, freezes them, and kills them. It's unlikely Vinter will try baby skip here because it's very hard to do with no high jump boots. And doesn't save a whole lot of time even if you do get it. Oh, troll by troll 2. And Vinter is damaging down, so there won't be a baby skip attempt. Baby done. fighting Aga 2. Vinter heads not doing the speed zeskit. We'll just blow through the Zebs with ammo. Sure, he has enough missiles for doing that. And oh, that's does the spring ball clip here, so you don't have to unequip ice beam. Shoot it that way. Floaters will be fighting Ganon while Vinter is fighting Mother Brain. Floater also has to do 2 more dungeons. Takes 20 full beam combo shots to complete Mother Brain Phase 2. Damaging down, and he will not do stand up. A single rainbow beam will put him in the cutscene. Well, I mean, he still has to charge a second one, but the baby will rescue Samus. Oh, be careful, Sloaters. You're almost dead. Mama Brain showing off her party hat. Floaters finishes off Ganon, single G for Sloaters, but still has to complete dungeons to have all the Super Metroid tokens. Floaters refills at the Witch's Hut, while Vinter is in Mother Brain's grill, shooting the Hyper Beam at her. And that will do it. That's Mother Brain Phase 3 finished. All that's left to do is to escape the planet. Fortunately, Sloaters checks the rest of Thieves Town first. We know there's nothing interesting there. Except maybe high jump boots or Spazer. Sloaters does know it's not a ped seed, so won't return to Eastern. Didn't quite get the God Pixel. As Vinter sparks up the escape shaft. And with an official finish time of 2 hours, 47 minutes, and 39 seconds, Slaughter finishes in first place. And, sorry. Vinter finishes in first place, and Slaughter forfeits the race. GG. Quite a seed. We are joined by the winner, Vinter. GG.
GG, hello. Thank you.
So that was a logical Agaseed with a required dip of every pendant dungeon, as well as a double dip of Turtle Rock. What did you think?
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of hoping for a Link to the Past heavy seed. So this convoluted, I don't know, seed maybe was good for me. I'm not sure. I didn't like it too much personally to play it, but I think it's maybe in the matchup it was a good seed for me. Since Sloat is a very good SM player, as I knew.
Yes. You did well. You were fairly ahead most of the time. Slaughters
Okay.
was a little bit faster in Super Metroid, but
Yeah,
you
I
had the
figured.
better route, so you ended
Okay.
up being ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was banking on, and also skipping the very, very ugly checks in Meridia. I also had to skip on the supers in the climb.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So these kind of checks, I was just banking that there's nothing there.
And it paid off because there was nothing there.
Yeah. I felt really bad about the hammer, since I had like 30 supers coming into Lower Norfair the first time, and I was like, well, do I do this now? Do I just do GT and get it over with and farm up again? Or do I just go to the right and beat Ridley first? And I decided on Ridley.
Yeah, but it didn't cost too much time though, because you didn't have to go back to Thief's Town. You only had to finish Pod the second time. You hadn't dipped
Yeah, that felt bad.
Ice Palace as Slaughters did the Ice Palace without the hammer and had to return.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no.
But,
Okay, yeah. I also almost did that.
ended up being some hard required flippers because entry
Mm-hmm.
swamp was required.
Yeah, that's what I thought was my only ticket back into this race. I felt super behind after that hammer. Yeah, I should have gone to TR first. I figured that might be the only place Lotus hasn't looked yet, even with the hammer, and then follow the hard required flippers. And so I also skipped out on Hobo, which we could have done beforehand. Yeah, paid off, fortunately.
Ended up being a good route.
Yeah, I'm
You have
also
any
glad I
thoughts?
could.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just glad I could take the Slotus refill,
Yeah.
which actually ended up helping out a bit. I thought the sword on X-ray was actually kind of huge. I think it was also the logically required Aga access, so that also
no,
helped.
it helped, but you had the cape before that, so.
Oh, really? Okay, I must have blanked that one. Okay, but that kind of screamed Agassiz to me, and then I was like, okay, then just try to find the remaining pieces.
The only thing I would have made it not an Agassiz would have been finding in flippers in Plasma Room or Shack Tool.
Oh god. Yeah, that would have been a nightmare for me. I likely would have last located either of those.
It's usually a good bet that if you last locate those, most everyone else will also last locate those.
Yeah. But okay, I thought I thought I was toast. After that hammer, I thought I had no more chance. But yeah, also GG's to Slaughters. Glad I could raise some of the old school SM players. which got me into this whole mess of playing Randomizer. I know I can't compete in the SM department, but it's still fun. It's a great game, and I love watching the speedrun too.
A very satisfying game to get better at.
It is, yeah. Also very hard though. To get better at some point at least. It's very, very hard.
Nice. So,
I know.
what's Link in the Past? Link in the Past is easier to get good at, but to really optimize your movement in Link in the Past, I think is just as hard.
Oh
There's
yeah,
a lot of subtle things going on.
for sure. But yeah, again, it's been a pleasure racing some of these people that I watched years ago in the speedrun already, and yeah, that's a great feeling. So yeah, thanks for the race again to Sloaters, and yeah, thanks for setting up a restream for this.
Well, thanks for accepting to be on Restream. And thanks to our friend Ike here, who had to go at the last second, but did manage to track the race. Thank you for racing. Thank you to for Sloaters for also racing and accepting to be on Restream. Thanks to our viewers, and that's it for now. See you next mission.